scan the area, you hear the sound of small wooden wheels rolling across the damp cobbles. And as you look around, you trace the sound to a hunched figure bundled up in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog. It seems to be moving away from you down the central avenue.
Hello? Excuse me, stop for a moment, please. And he's going to kind of attempt to non-threateningly jog up to the person.
As you do, you see a face glance at you from over the shoulder. For a moment, you see an older, wrinkled face peering at you from below a cowl, and then quickly the cart turns into an alleyway out of sight. Do you follow?
Yeah, no, this is the first person he's seen. He kind of wants to know what's going on.
All right. You jog forward, doing your best to keep up the pace, even breaking into a brisk run at one point. As you do, you reach the cart just in time to see it beginning to turn a corner, perhaps 10 feet away from you, in the dark, claustrophobic alley street.
Hey, hello, excuse me, it's okay if you don't want, I'm not going to come any closer if you don't want me to, but my friends and I need help, and I'd be willing to pay for help, if that's an option.
There's a pause, and the figure slowly turns toward you. Looking, you see that this appears to be an older woman with aged and wrinkled face. You can see that of her, the clothing that she is wearing appears to be an old yellowed shawl that falls over her shoulders, a bit raggedy in places and a bit damp, though she appears to be wearing over it a bit of a cloak that prevents the worst of the moisture from reaching her. You can see that her whitish hair falls over her head and shoulders in great long clumps and puffs of unkempt hair, and as she turns toward you, her eyebrows furrowing, you can see her tapping a fingernail on her cart. Yes, dearie? What can I do for you?
Oh, thank goodness. Ma'am, thank you so much. My traveling companions and I ran into some trouble, and we're from out of town, so we don't know much about this place. Would you mind pointing us towards either an inn or a doctor or a priest? One of those, or, ideally both if you can, but we kind of need somewhere to stay to recover. We're all a bit bedraggled.
You see her frown, her brow creasing. Oh, dearie, that's So you're not looking to get a little something off the cart, then? I suppose.
Oh, what? Wait. Oh, I mean, actually, I would be terribly interested in that. That sounds like a lovely idea.
Oh, but of course, love. What can I get you? We got dream pastries, a gold apiece, and she kind of lifts off the little tarp covering the top of the wooden cart to reveal what looked to be a slightly steaming, pastries underneath. They actually, from here, smell fairly delicious. She offers you a small, albeit a somewhat reluctant smile. They're made with a love of dreaming.
Oh, that smells heavenly. Alright, yeah, tell you what, he fingers his nearly empty gold pouch. 2 of those, and if so, would you mind chatting about, say, where we could find that inn while I eat one?
Well, I'm afraid that I don't linger around this village none too much, but, dearie, if you're looking for an inn, I think there might be a little old place in the center of town. I don't go there much, no, just looking to peddle my wares.
Oh, splendid. Okay, thank you so much. That's what we really need to know. And Here, tell you what, get me a, yeah, get me 3 more of those. Or
Of course.
yeah, and he will. I thank you so much. You don't know how long it's been since I've had a pot meal.
Not a problem, dearie. That'll be 5 gold pieces for the 5 pastries.
He will wince and dig in his pocket and produce them. Thank you. And can I get your name, ma'am? I always, one good turn deserves another, and I'd like to remember who helped me in a time of need.
Of course. My name's Morgantha.
Oh,
And a pleasure doing business to you. She accepts the coins, not actually taking them, but kind of plucking them one by one out of your palm with long, slightly yellowed fingernails and tucking them away almost reverently in a little purse at her side. And with that, she reveals the tarp, offering you the pastries.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. And he is going to. And are these meat pies or more of a pastry?
I got a number of ingredients. A bit of meat pie in there. Got a few other native ingredients. It's a secret family recipe.
Oh.
I hope you enjoy. And if you're looking for more, I'm in town pretty often, so perhaps I'll be seeing you.
I don't think we'll be sticking around, but I do appreciate that. And he will pick the 5 hottest looking pies and scoop them into his arms. Thank you, Miss Morgantha, and hope you have a good day.
Of course, dearie. I hope you and your friends enjoy.
We will.
I'm sure I'll see you again.
Yeah, I hope so. And he's going to trot back to the others with his ill-gotten gains. Well, I have 2 pieces of good news. I know where the inn is, and I have pie.
You said pie?
What?
Yeah, no, there's a pie peddler, like just wheeling her cart around.
Bring them over here. They fucking smell red.
Yeah, and
Did
he
you,
will.
Metreon, did you actually just say the word rad?
What's it to you?
And
Yeah,
it's just been so long since I heard anybody actually say that word.
Really?
Well,
it's a good word.
Just give me the goddamn pies.
Aerthrandir will laugh into his sleeve and hand him one before giving one to Lillison and Amity. Here you go. And
Amity tries to stand up to accept the pie, trying to use her tail, pressing it against the ground for balance, not putting any weight on the broken foot.
Hey, stay sitting. I can come to you. And he's going to kneel down to hand it to her. Here, I really think you shouldn't be putting any weight on that till we get you a pair of crutches or something. It could be dangerous if it'll, it might worsen the break.
All right. Amity starts stuffing her face into the pie. How long was I out for? This is good. This is actually really good. Oh.
Yeah, Metreon is scarfing it down. Oh, fuck. This is... Oh, fuck. This is... Oh, I haven't had a good hot meal in ages. And he just continues to... Well, I mean, no offense to your stew love, but this is just next level.
Aerthrandir, how much should we pay you back?
Just gold apiece. They're a little expensive, but I imagine with, her line of business, you kind of have to do that to get by.
I mean, it sounds like these are worth it. And she's going to withdraw a gold coin and flip it through the air towards Aerthrandir before starting in on hers.
He attempts to catch it as best he can. Thank you. And he will do the same. Anybody have a spare fork? I forgot to bring cutlery.
Just fucking eat it.
I don't want to mess up my fingernails. I worked at... Fine.
No, I have a mess kit in my bag.
Oh, you're a lifesaver, and he will gladly accept that.
So, Amity and Metreon, I will need you two to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no!
8.
17.
All right. Metron, you finish the pie and feel this light, airy, warm feeling inside of you. That was delicious. Amity, you finish yours and you feel that same airy feeling, but it seems lighter even, as though you feel like you're being lifted up slowly. The weight off your shoulders is being lifted. Even the pain in your foot you can no longer feel. You feel your eyes slowly fluttering closed. And when you next open them, you're standing in a beautiful meadow. Golden daisies and flowers in all directions. You hear a soft snuffling from beside you, truffle oinking and rubbing against your leg as ahead a beautiful blue sky beams down upon you. It's warm, a soft breeze rustling through your hair and between your horns, and you feel the weight of a book at your side, and you look down and you see, to your happy astonishment, a book of stories with a title you've never seen before, in beautiful, ornate calligraphy.
Oh yeah, Amity starts, reading, just getting hooked. It's a very serene, pastoral surroundings, I assume, with the meadow, the bright sun.
It is. It's warm. It's beautiful. You haven't felt this much at peace in ages, even since before you came to Barovia. Even the name Barovia seems strange and distant to you, as though it's a place you've never seen before. There's too much peace here, too much warmth and joy. This is a place of serenity and welcome. You feel at home. Lillison, as you take your fourth bite of pie and as Aerthrandir begins cutting the first bite off of his, you see Metron and Amity finish, Metron wiping his lips with relish as Amity's eyes slide closed and she slumps onto the ground, unmoving.
What the fuck?
Oh, she's having a good one, yeah.
We've been through a lot, all right.
Yeah, but she just toppled. Like, that maybe she might be losing blood or something. Hold on. And he's going to try and
check her leg, but I mean, I've seen this before. I think she's just having a good ride, you know. I mean, we just saved our lives, you know, and yeah, I think she's just finally at ease. She's got a hot meal in her. I think she's doing all right.
Yeah, but she just kind of crumpled. Like, you know, normally there's a bit of time where you curl into the cozy armchair before you fall asleep. But you're probably right. He is going to check her over to see if he sees any evidence of, like, blood loss or anything, though.
Looking over her, make a medicine check.
3!
As far as you can tell, she seems to still be breathing. She doesn't seem to be in overall terrible condition. Overall, the tiredness that you feel in your body is somewhat repressive, but you don't notice anything that seems to be immediately wrong with her. She just seems to be quietly non-responsive.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm with you. Like, Amity's a good cook, but oh my goodness,
right? It's the seasoning, it's that juicy meat.
What's in, like, I gotta find out what she put in there. She was all cagey, like she's got secret spices, which, in my experience, usually means about a pound of butter. But
I mean, a gold piece for a small little mincemeat pie. I mean, it's she's got to be having something in there that's great. Yeah, this golden flaky crust. I'm gonna have to find her again.
Yeah, no, that bit's the butter. Can't make decent crust without enough butter to drown a small cheddar. Well, that's a grim metaphor, but yeah, no, man.
Metron stares blankly at you.
Never mind.
Should we perhaps go find that inn and put in a word for a few rooms?
That's a good idea. I'd rather be in a bed, shagged up with a bottle of wine and, you know, not wet.
That
at this
does
point,
sound
Lilith,
like heaven.
I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please, as you take the last bite of pie.
My favorite. That's a 7.
Aerthrandir and Metron, as soon as those words escape Lillison's lips, you watch her eyes suddenly flutter closed and she slumps to the ground.
Oi. You good there?
It's like Amity. She's just out.
Yeah. I mean, she's been knocked around a few times.
Yeah, but maybe. Hold it. I'm trying to remember. Did she inhale the mist, or did she stay inside? I really can't remember.
Yeah. I mean, she was out there with you and Amity when you three tried to leave.
Well, I guess if I pass out, then we know that stuff really takes it out of you. But, geez, I hope she's all right. Maybe it's an allergic reaction or something. Or no,
not
hives.
this. Like I said, I've seen these expressions on people before. Usually, it's after imbibing certain herbal remedies. Maybe it's an herb that's in the pie. Maybe that's why it's 1 gold. I mean,
oh, what? You think the old granny is running a drug trade?
Listen, I'm not mad at it. I don't knock a hustle.
Yeah, no. In a place like this, it might be one of your only ways to get by, but he kind of looks down at his pie, shrugs, and finishes the rest. Well, honestly, I could use that right now if that is the case.
Aerthrandir, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
$13.
All right. With that, you find yourself slowly growing more tired, your eyes growing heavy. At Metron, you watch as Aerthrandir as well, as his eyes suddenly flutter closed and slumps against the wall behind him, the empty pie tin clattering to the ground as his arms go limp.
Well, shit.
And Lillison, you feel yourself sinking into a warm, comfortable darkness, for the space around you is brightened by a warm, amber light. You find yourself seated in a comfortable, well-crafted chair of plush pillows and backing, well-carved mahogany, sitting at a large dining table, itself inset with elegant displays of gilded leaves and designs of trees and cornucopias of fruits and vegetables. Around you, illuminated by the light of the many flickering candles and candelabras that lend a warm, cheery glow to the atmosphere of the room, you see several other people, some a bit older than you, a few others of similar age, a few of younger. Each of them dressed in bright, fine clothing. You hear the muffled buzz of polite, friendly conversation. There's a thick, sweet smell, delightful, wafting off of a thick pitcher of wine at the center of the table, and a beautiful outlay of food, comforting and warm and delicious before you, your own plate loaded high. There's laughter and warm, friendly conversation, and as you look around it all, there's a hand on your shoulder, and looking up you see an older man, his hair graying at the temples, smiling down at you, giving your shoulder a squeeze, and then turning back to his own plate as the conversation and the laughter resumes.
Lillison, in her dream, smiles very wide, lowers her head so that nobody can see her blushing, and picks up her fork.
Aerthrandir. Feel that same slow, warm sinking, the darkness coming up around you, but it's not an alien darkness. It's not terrifying. It's welcoming, like an old friend. You feel a coolness against your sides, and you realize that you're in water, but not the cold, dank water of the manner you were just in, but warm. And as a wave crashes against you, you taste salt on your tongue, your hair falling down in wet, straggled locks over your shoulders. As you sputter, pulling the water out of your eyes, you look out and you hear a cheer from your other direction. You can see a number of figures, familiar silhouettes, pointed ears and assorted chests bare, as a number of friendly individuals gather upon the shore, waving at you and cheering, a few of them wading into small pools that form along the sand and rocks of the shore. You offer a wave, and you feel another wave, gentle, crash against the back of your head, leaving you chuckling and sputtering once more. You can see brightly colored fish wafting through the water as pleasantly green seaweed slowly wafts from the ocean floor below you. Behind the figures on shore, you can see a number of docks of warm chestnut oak jutting out into the water. Behind the docks, you can see clusters of people in bright colors, greens and reds and yellows, gathering, speaking, doing business, gathering and celebrating, and behind them, silhouetted against great, majestic walls of wood and stone, a beautiful, homely city that rises over the backdrop of a deep, evergreen, viridian forest beyond. Small wafts of smoke gently rising from the towers, and the soft and gentle, welcoming roar of the ocean mixing with the distant sound of life.
He is going to wave back at his friends on the shore, and then giving them a smile, he is going to turn back and dive down as deep as he can, just enjoying the water running through his hair, and eventually scanning the ocean floor for shells and sand dollars as he sinks into the sea.
It's warm and beautiful and comfortable, and behind you the small, cozy city rises up over the waves of the shore. The wood and stone buildings rising up against the backdrop of the forest, and slowly you feel yourself losing your conscious thoughts to the gentle waves as they crash upon the shore.